Welcome back to Trends and Friends. You know, we've talked about the importance of this month, the month of April being National Child Abuse Prevention Month. And today I got a really fun morning, honestly. I mean, the topic itself is not fun,
no,
but this person in particular, she shines. She really does. She's such a bright light in the world. And so I was really glad that we got to speak to the 2019 Miss Texas Outstanding Teen, Allie Grace Graves.
She's definitely serving her title to its fullest. She's really doing some outstanding things to help get that message across and sharing her mission to help prevent child abuse across the country.
You know, I'm so excited that we get to be joined today by Allie Grace Graves. She is the 2019 Miss Texas Outstanding Teen. And this is just such an honor, obviously, to have you back on the show. We talked maybe about a year ago when you were crowned, but now we get to visit you for a really important reason, one I know that is true to your heart, which is Child Prevention Awareness Month. And obviously this month of April is this is the hot topic. So thank you so much for joining me.
I'm really excited. I love sharing this story. I love this month and everything in it. So,
well, I know that you have a unique story about this, and one that is very personal, and you're going to share that with us. But first, I thought we'd just talk about the importance of child abuse prevention. Obviously, there are a lot of people out there, not just children, but people in general of all ages. This is something that really doesn't discriminate on age, on gender, on anything really. It affects so many people, and when it's not in front of us, sometimes we forget about it. It's easy to be forgotten. But we want to talk about it this month, and we want to make sure that it's top of mind for everyone so that we know what to be looking for, especially with people being at home more and potentially being in the presence of their abuser even more. So what does all of this mean for you?
So you have a great point. During this time, just in general, so 90% of children who are abused not only know their abuser, 68% of children who are abused, the abuser is a family member. And so while some people think home, it's safe, other people, it is the opposite.
Right.
And so during this time, as a community, as anybody, it's so important for us to have a very high level of vigilance during this time. If a child is even watching this, to make sure that they know that they're loved and that they have help and that they have hope. And there's so many preventative programs that are out here. But also for children to know that they need to have 3 trusted adults outside of their family that they know that they can call on at any point in time. Unfortunately, we can't stop all of the cases because, like you said, they are behind closed doors. We forget about them, but we also can't walk in on somebody who we don't know and save the child like a hero. But I do believe that heroes don't stay silent. They speak up for the ones who are silent. And so it's one child at a time, making sure that children know that they are not defined by those circumstances and that they have help outside of their home.
You hit the nail on the head, and I'm glad that you are talking about this and sharing your personal story. How has child abuse impacted you in your life?
It has been the whole reason as to why I've competed in the Miss America organization. When I was born, my biological family, my parents, abandoned me immediately at the hospital. They were not ready to be parents. My biological father was a drug addict, and he ended up taking me to Texarkana, which is actually where I currently reside. And he was trying to drop me off to somebody, relatives, a stranger, it didn't matter. It ended up dropping me off at this local church. And that's where I met the Graves family. And they took care of me for about 17 months. And this is where I relate to child abuse. I ended up, for some reason bigger than me, being placed with my biological father's family for the next 4 years. And so during those 4 years, I was abused and neglected on a daily basis. And no one knew what I was going through. The Graves family did have ears and eyes everywhere, and so they, saw that I wasn't being taken care of. I went to school and things like that, but that's how it's impacted me. That's been the biggest part And then I was placed in foster care and adopted. And so all of these things have come together in this beautiful symphony of experiences. And so my hope and my plan in not just this title, but being able to speak, and thank you again for having me here to be able to speak and on behalf of children who have been through this. This is not something that is impossible to prevent. It takes one person to care for one child. And so I think that that's absolutely our responsibility as a community to step out and be aware, at the very least, be aware of what's happening next door.
Wow. Wow. I'm in awe right now, because I just think, like, what a brilliant mind and what a brilliant heart to share this with so many, and hopes of just one child at least understanding the fact that yes, they absolutely do need to know someone outside of their family that they can have as a trusted, friend. And never had I really thought about that until you just suggested it. What do you think is the message that you would want to share to those kids if they happen to be watching right now? What would you want to share to them if they are experiencing some type of neglect or abuse?
I would first ask them to maybe evaluate their situation, to step back and look, are they the person that I'm speaking to right now? I want them to know they're loved, that they have hope, they have love, they have help. That's what I really want them to know. To not be afraid. There's nothing that an adult can do to keep you from living an abundant and prosperous life. And also, whatever situation that you're going through right now, number one, does not define you, and it is not your your forever destination. You're not going to be there forever. There is hope beyond what we can see right now.
Beautiful, beautiful words of encouragement. I know you have even more beautiful words that you'd like to share. So we have to hear the song. Would you mind singing for us?
I would love to sing this very, very, very special song. I hope you enjoy. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow.
I wish we could have listened to her entire song. She's just got such a beautiful voice. She is beautiful. Her voice is beautiful. And I'm just so thankful that she's using her platform to do such good deeds in the world.
Well, and especially with a topic that nobody wants to talk about. It's something that gets kind of pushed under the rug, but it's so important. We have to be an advocate for those children. So it's great that she's making this happen.
Absolutely. All right. Well, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Church and Friends.